Mark, I guess we always caveat all these conversations with it's pre-season, but I imagine despite that a bit disappointed today.
Disappointed in result. Some really good things in the game up until the second goal. We were really happy. Some really good passages of play. I thought we looked really dangerous. Had some really good moments in the game. Disappointed in the first goal because there's 35 seconds on the clock and we tried to play out. That's ridiculous. Understand the game, know the game. Sometimes I feel like we have to play the game for the guys. They're young, but that was disappointing. And then what changes game is levels. And 2 minutes in the second half with a brilliant move, unlucky not to score back post within a minute. Incredible free kick, which wasn't a free kick by the way. We're all happy with it. And then this game over from then. And then it was. I didn't enjoy the rest of it, but up until that I thought there was some really good stuff and some really promising things.
There was a couple of bits of play between the team that worked, but there was also disjointed at times.
Yeah, I felt technically in terms of how we played the ball back to front, our executions were really poor, and I thought Rotherham gave us a lesson in that, in how they dropped balls into channels and played off their front guys. They were miles better than us in that. I thought that was a good demonstration of not necessarily the levels but the quality on the day. And then obviously Rico had a little bit of a tight groin, so we changed it and we just thought it would be a good opportunity to take advantage of the game and play 5-3-2 with Ben and Tyler and just have a look at it. So once Rico came off, it was like, well, I'll tell you what, let's just use it as a training exercise and look at the what ifs for later on. Because at some point in the season we will 100% play 3-5-2, no doubt about it.
You kind of nicked my next question. You know, obviously last season there was a lot of the sort of the three up the top, if you like, the two wide players and Ben, but clearly you've now got options that allow you to do something different.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was on a Zoom call in the summer. I was really lucky. I was on a coaching course and there was, you know, an incredible manager on it, and one of the questions was about, you know, formations over players. There's a lot of get your best players in the team, and he's an incredibly successful manager, and he's always built his formations around the players, which was interesting for me because I don't see the game quite like that. But and the reason I'm saying that is it gives us the option to do that. I really like 3-5-2. I've used it a lot, I've coached a lot, so I'm a big fan. But it's something we've definitely talked about a lot. I didn't feel we could do it last year, but we definitely can this year.
No Teddy today, is there an issue?
Yeah, yes and no. He got a really small injury. Nothing too bad. Teddy is a very precious diamond, and he's a brilliant player. He just needs looking after, which is he desperately wants to be fit. You know, you watch him, you see his physical shape. He's in incredible shape as a person. Looks after himself. He's one of the best players in the league. He just has a fragile body, and we just have to take care of him. So at the minute, he's got a really minor injury. We don't expect him out for long.
Pawdy had the armband today. Is that something you expect for the season?
Yes, 100%. Look, we've had a chat with Pawdy, a couple of others to explain decisions on who's going to be captain, why he's going to be captain. Pawdy's a club captain, should be very proud of himself, thoroughly deserves it, as a few other people do as well. I think we've got several standout candidates, but the decision by myself was to give it to Pawdy, so really pleased for him. He should be very proud of himself, and I think Lincoln have got a fantastic captain who'll wear the armband.
Do you think the way that football's changed, it means a little bit more maybe now? Obviously cricket, captaincy is really important, but it feels like off the pitch the captain has an important role in community clubs like Lincoln.
I've thought about this a lot actually, about the captaincy, because as a player, you know, I captained my team quite a lot, and it was just an amazing feeling and a very proud honour. But as a coach, I just don't care who's captain, because I say that respectfully, you don't need a captain's armband to be a leader, and I think we've got lots of leaders. So I made the decision very carefully, gave it a lot of thought, because you have to respect the players, the club, the decision. So I did that. But if you ask me as a manager, do I care who's captain? No, I don't. As a player, I did. I see it completely different as a coach. But I just felt to go through the process, I thought the players and the club and the fans in particular, it's so important we pick the right captain from them, the person who represents their club. But I think as a community club, I think our players continually show their commitment to the fans and the club and the surrounding areas and businesses and fans. I think loads of players in the club can do that continually, but you can only have one captain.
I'll touch wood if I can find it around here when I say it, but you appear to have got through pre-season without any major injury issues, obviously Teddy aside, and you said it's a minor one, which must be a relief.
Yeah, look, huge credit to Kieran and Mark. Like, Kieran's, a head physio. I think he's the youngest physio in the EFL. Outstanding physio. Mark P's outstanding in terms of the performance. Our availability to train and play last year was sky high, and it's already higher again this year. You're always going to have one or two bumps. Our averages are really low, so that's gone up again this year, even though Teddy's missing today. Our availability since we've come back this pre-season has actually gone up again. I say that carefully because things can change at any minute.
At the risk of you finally saying ask Jez, you know what's coming now. Are you hopeful of some news for the fans in the next week?
Yes, hopefully early next week we'll be able to confirm some very positive news.